Perfect. Here's a spoken narration version of Chaucer's Beast Fable from The Nun's Priest's Tale, written in a detailed storytelling style, ready for YouTube voiceover or classroom presentation. You can read it aloud, and it will sound natural and engaging. Spoken narration, The Beast Fable, Chaucer's The Nun's Priest's Tale. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a poor widow and her 2 daughters. They owned a small farm, surrounded by trees, grass, and a few animals. Though they were poor, they lived a peaceful, honest life. Among their animals was a handsome rooster named Chanticleer, proud, majestic, and golden-feathered. His comb shone red like coral, his voice was clear and sweet, and every morning he crowed exactly when the sun was about to rise. Everyone admired him, and he knew it. He was the king of the farmyard. Chanticleer had several hens, but his favourite was Pertolotte, a beautiful and clever hen. He loved her dearly, and she loved him too. They spent their days together, eating, singing, and strutting proudly in the sunlight. One night, Chanticleer had a terrifying dream. He saw a strange orange-red beast, something like a fox, lurking in the bushes, ready to kill him. When he woke up, his heart was pounding. He told Pertolotte about his dream, saying, open quote, "My love, I fear that a great danger awaits me. I saw a fox in my sleep. It must mean something." Close quote. But Pertolotte just laughed gently and said, open quote, "Oh, you foolish bird, dreams mean nothing. You've probably eaten too much before sleeping. You need herbs and medicine, not fear." Close quote. She even teased him, saying that being afraid of dreams was unmanly, but Chanticleer was not convinced. He proudly quoted many wise men and old stories, proving that dreams can be warnings from God. Yet, like many proud creatures, he soon forgot his fear. The temptation. A few days later, Chanticleer was walking proudly in the yard with Pertolotte and the other hens. The sun was shining, the air was fresh. It was a perfect morning. Then, silently, from behind the hedge, came Reynard the fox. He had been watching Chanticleer for days, waiting for the right moment. The fox crept closer and spoke in a smooth, flattering voice. Open quote, "Good morning, my lord Chanticleer. I have heard of your singing all over the land. Your father was a magnificent singer, and you, sir, are even better. Would you honour me by crowing just once for me with your eyes closed and your neck stretched high, as you always do?" Close quote. Chanticleer's heart swelled with pride. He loved to be praised, and this flattery was music to his ears. So he closed his eyes, lifted his head high, and began to crow proudly. And in that instant, snap! The fox jumped up and grabbed Chanticleer by the throat and ran away into the woods. The chase! The hens screamed in terror. The widow and her daughters came running with sticks and shouted for help. The dogs barked, the cows bellowed, the geese honked. The whole farm turned into chaos. The fox ran as fast as he could, carrying the rooster in his mouth. But Chanticleer was clever too. Even in his fear, he had an idea. He said to the fox, open quote, "Sir Fox, you're very smart indeed. You've escaped them all. Why not turn around and shout to them how clever you are?" Close quote. The fox, proud of his trick, opened his mouth to boast, and the rooster flew up into a tree. The moral now, it was the fox's turn to beg. Open quote, "Dear Chanticleer, come down. I didn't mean harm. Let's be friends again." Close quote. But Chanticleer had learned his lesson. He replied, open quote, "No, Reynard, you tricked me once with your tongue. I won't be fooled again." Close quote. And from the safety of the tree, he thanked God for his escape. The nun's priest who tells this story in the Canterbury Tales ends it with a clear moral. Open quote, "Beware of flattery, for it can lead to your ruin. Pride and carelessness can bring danger even to the wise." Close quote. Summary of the message: Chaucer's Beast Fable is more than just a funny animal story. It's a mirror of human life and weakness. Chanticleer's pride, Pertolotte's practicality, and the fox's cunning represent human nature, pride, reason, and deceit. Through humour, irony, and moral insight, Chaucer teaches that we must be humble, alert, and wise. The fable ends with laughter, but leaves behind a timeless lesson. Open quote, "Never let pride or flattery blind your judgment." Close quote. Would you like me to make this narration into a YouTube-style voiceover script with